Hello, everyone. It's Monday. Hope your weekend was good. We're a couple of days behind, but today, myself and Bully Boy Carter are looking at Florida Championship Wrestling, or Championship Wrestling from Florida, as it was known. Right up there, one of the best territories ever, I think. And I know you do, yeah. Like proper. For me, it's like Memphis, Dallas, Florida.
Yeah. Yeah, I've started watching a lot more Florida over the past year. Like, when I'm looking for something to watch. In fact, it was when you gave me a whole bunch of, not this most recent DVDs you gave me, but you get, a couple years back, you gave me like a year or two ago, a load of shit, and there was some Florida in there. And that was really what kind of got me. That was probably about a year or two ago now. That was about the time I started getting into Florida. So yeah, I really enjoy that stuff.
Yeah, there's literally nobody you can't see on it. Fucking everybody's been there, haven't they? You know, like some I watched recently, and it was literally like before they were famous episode.
Yeah,
everybody was there went on to do well. It seemed,
and they're some of the best ones. Like seeing them before, like before they were big stars, like they're always quite good to go and watch.
It was opened in 1949, so it had a fair old stretch, 49 to 87. It's a long old time, isn't it? And it was opened by a guy called Clarence Luttrell. And then in 1961, Eddie Graham bought in, and then he actually took over 10 years later in 71. That's kind of the first booker, owner I think of when I think of Florida is Eddie Graham.
Yeah.
Just because of all the stories, everyone's got an Eddie Graham story if they've been there, and he kind of taught Dusty Rhodes the ropes as far as booking goes, as far as I can tell anyway. Eddie Graham had 2 terms as NWA president as well, so obviously well respected. I've got a list of these are just some of the people that did Florida. Lou Thesz, Gene Kiniski, Don Morocco, Bob Orton, Senior and Junior, all the Funks, Wahoo McDaniel, the Briscoes, Dusty obviously, Wyndham and Rotunda, Race, Rick Rude, Scott Hall, Adrian Street, Bob Root, Mark Lewin, the Sheepherders. The fucking list is endless. Like, there's no fucker that isn't on it. 2006, WWE bought their video library and made the Dusty Rhodes DVD, using some of that footage. And then in the same year, they joined Florida Championship Wrestling that Steve Kern was running. So I suppose that kind of helped put that TV show together. But fucking hell of a promotion from any year. Don't matter what fucking year you watch. Like on YouTube, there's stuff from the mid 70s right up to the finish in 87, and it's all classic. Brilliant stuff. So classic wrestling from Florida is what we're watching as far as the TV show is concerned. Yeah. I think there's like 22 or 23 on there now on YouTube. Like he puts 2 or 3 on a week. I'm assuming it was like a 30-minute TV show that was put out within the last 15 years, maybe.
Yeah.
What was the first episode you did?
I don't know. I can't remember the year of it. But it was a really, really, really early one, and it's like episode 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to try and fucking think, because it was quite a while ago we watched them, innit? I've got the notes here and stuff. Yeah, so episode 2 was the first one, and there's four matches on it. Like we both done 2 episodes. The first one I thought was decent, but my second one was fucking brilliant. The second episode, but my first one, episode 2, the first match is fucking Dusty Rhodes and the Haiti Kid, little midget.
Yeah.
Against Bobby Duncombe and Gary Hart.
Okay.
Fuck me, it was funny. It was funny. Like, it was real entertaining stuff. Trying to fucking read my own writing there. Because when I'm watching them, I'm just fucking jotting everything down. I don't really like pause it, and so my handwriting's all
Yeah,
over the fucking place. So
like
I've got to try.
mine's you have to write quick, don't you? And then by the
Yeah,
time you
yeah,
fucking halfway through writing it, something else has happened. You're like, fuck.
yeah, yeah. So then you got to rewind it because you missed something. So you might as well fucking pause it in the beginning, like you know what I mean. But there's a really good spot on this that fucking had me pissing myself. To be fair, there's a front face lock by Bobby on Dusty. Um, fucking fucking the Haiti kids had enough. So he fucking runs in, jumps on fucking as Dusty's in the front face lock, jumps on Dusty's back and just starts bitch slapping Bobby, dunk him all over the fucking face. then he fucking then he then he gets the fuck off and runs, and fucking them midgets are quick, ain't they? They can fucking move. And he was out of there. But I was like pissing myself when he done that. The finish was just a fucking I think I missed the actual finish itself. I think it was just something simple, but the Haiti kid is like just leaning on him, and Dusty's like standing on him for like the extra weight kind of thing, and gets the 3 count that way. After it, I guess there was some sort of angle or whatever because the Haiti kid gets fucked up by the heels after the match kind of thing. But it was really really entertaining though, like a proper comedy type match, but very funny, very good. Yeah. So that was the first match. Match 2. Where are we?
Was Savage hosting it? Savage and
Yeah,
Mike Graham.
sorry, yeah. It was This episode was hosted by Savage and Mike Graham, and it was quite good because, like, what year did Savage die? Remember what year was it?
2006, 7.
Something like that. Because when like I know when he died, like obviously shoot interviews and everything has been out for fucking years, but I think when Savage passed, like there's obviously like footage of him out of character and that, but like if he was still around today, there would be like a lot more, But back then, you didn't really see him like too much out of character, so it's kind of good to just kind of watch him just like as himself. Kind of, he's still fucking intense and still crazy, but like you could kind of tell.
Nutty, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he kind of let the guard down and kind of let the inside out a bit, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. So the second match, if I can read this shit, it was Kevin Sullivan, Maha Singh, and the Purple Haze against Tony D'Amata, Jim Backlund, and Mike Allen.
Right. So Singh is Bob Roop.
Right. Yeah.
And Jimmy Backlund is Jimmy Del Rey, the Heavenly Body.
Right. Okay. And then Mike Allen is there.
No idea.
Anyway, I haven't really wrote fucking hardly anything for this. It was like it's one of them 6-man tags that is fucking all over the place. Like it is really entertaining, but it's like fucking non-stop, like here, there, him in, fucking them in, everyone's in. I didn't really write too much about it, but because I was fucking trying to keep up with what was going on. But like there's a lariat by Singh on Backlund for the finish, like a fucking fuck me, it was a lariat and a half, like fucking decapitation type of fucking stuff. It was it was a real good lariat, but that's pretty much all I got for it. It wasn't really like there's not like many spots that I can recall from it. It was just like action packed from start to finish, really. But the crowd were loving it. But it was really exciting, though. To be fair, so that was match number 2. Oh yeah, just before that match, there was a King Curtis promo, which was fucking brilliant. To be honest, really, really believable, and he looked like he was fucking tapped, like proper.
I think King Curtis kind of managed to a point. Sullivan, Singh, and Mark Lewin, Purple Haze. They were like some sort of fucking. Not like what they called like the fucking whatever they were in WCW, the fucking Dungeon of Doom or something, but it was along that lines,
Yeah,
I can't remember what it was in Florida, but yeah, they were all like Sullivan and Lewin were always together in any fucking promotion.
Right. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, it was a great promo anyway by King Kurt. It was very believable. That was just before the second match. So the third match is actually Bob Roop and Bob Orton Jr. versus Dusty and Eddie Graham.
Right. So we're going back in time now, aren't we?
Yeah, which is weird, but this is the order they are on the actual episode. Yeah,
it's like a fucking package show, isn't it? It's like it's sort of highlights from Florida in general.
Yeah. This, like, I haven't really seen like a whole lot of Eddie Graham, to be honest, because obviously the time that he was around and stuff. I haven't really, but Mike Graham I've seen quite a lot of. Eddie not so much, but I've put here my first line is Eddie is great. Looks fucking everything he look real. Like it looked a proper struggle. Like in the same way, like one of the reasons I like Ollie Anderson when he's wrestling because it looks like he fucking means what he's doing. And Eddie was the same, same way. Yeah, it looked real good. Yeah, the finish was a power driver by Orton on Graham. It was quite a short match, if I remember. Power driver by Orton on Graham. So Graham, put Orton over. But it was entertaining. It was good. It was very, very believable, like a real struggle of a match. But that's basically all I've got from that. But like I said, it was a short one. It might have even been clips. It might not have been the full match if I remember. Because like I haven't watched it. It was a while since I watched it. But no, entertaining and real, like I say, real believable stuff. The final match number 4 is is the White Ninja, which is the Great Muta, against Curtis Iaukea, and the White Ninja won pretty fucking easily. To be honest, it was almost a squash. Like it was all White Ninja, most of it, like from what I remember, and he ends up going over with a moonsault. Very quick match and Muta over. To be honest, as White Ninja, that was it basically. But it was fun though. It was it's good watching these guys, like as before they became like the gimmick that they became. But yeah, that was it. That was the first episode I watched, episode 2. So, but it was good though, real good, really enjoyable. And the next episode I watched was fucking brilliant, but this was good though.
So that was number 2. I did 7 first.
Right, okay.
Mike Graham and Randy again hosting. It starts with the Sheepherders against the Fabulous Ones.
Okay.
And they're kind of, it's like a package put together to build up this match called a Doomsday Glove match. Not quite sure what the fuck a Doomsday Glove is, but it starts, very bloody and shit, and the Sheepherders are battering the Freebirds, fucking Fabulous Ones with chains and fucking, ripping them out. Bob Roop's doing the commentary, and then all of a sudden, in the package, sort of to lead up to this match, Luke, the Sheepherder, pulls a glove out, and he's proper milking the punch on fucking Steve Kern. Bill Alfonso's the referee, and he gets in the way, and there's all shit going down. We don't actually get to see the Doomsday Glove match, but we get to see the lead up to it. Right. And then, they go back to Mike Graham, and he's like, "Oh, that Doomsday Glove, that's brutal." Well, how the fuck are we going to know? Unless it's on an episode later on. But in this one, that's the first match technically we saw. Mike Graham, before he sends you to the next match, says, "Listen to Gordon Soley's commentary and tell me what's odd about it after." So, I'm all fucking ears, right? Because I want to know what the guan is. And it's Greg Valentine versus Bill Dromo. Don't know who Bill Dromo is, but he has a go in this. So he's not just a JOB, but Greg Valentine is fucking battering him, in typical Greg Valentine style. Yeah. Probably the late 70s, this one. Dromo got good fire and all that shit, and big comeback and all bish bash bosh. Do you know what I thought was really odd? Yeah, and a proper fucking. It doesn't make any sense at all, this move, but it looked really cool. Dromo was sent into the ropes. Greg was in the middle of the ring. as Dromo come off the ropes, he like ducked his head and backdropped Greg Valentine. But Valentine was stationary in the middle of the ring. It was like really odd. And like you see it all the time the other way around, don't you? Off the ropes and then backdrops. But the person that was stationary got backdrops. I don't know how plausible that is in life.
Sounds like a fucking glitch when you're playing like a PlayStation game or something, and something fucking bizarre happens. Like, what the fuck? That's not like start again kind of thing. Turn it off.
It looked really cool, and it got a real big pop as well.
Yeah,
there's some shit going on outside the ring, and then a suplex is the finish. But I couldn't hear anything on the commentary. I didn't pick anything up on the commentary, right?
Okay.
I think it was because I was a little bit into the match itself, which is not a bad thing, is it? Because you want to be fucking taken away by what's happening. And it was proper good. Bill Dromo was right fucking having a go. But the commentator called Johnny Valentine his brother, Greg Valentine's brother. Whereas Johnny Valentine his dad, obviously. And then when it went back to Mike Graham, Savage said that Johnny Valentine always called Greg his brother when they were younger because they didn't want people to know quite how old Johnny Valentine was. So, to keep Johnny Valentine young.
All right, okay.
So that's that, G. 3, Sheep Herders versus 2 guys didn't get the name of, which was just a fucking mauling. Everyone got fucking battered in that other than the Sheep Herders, and out they go. Hang on, got to turn the page. Yes, that was just like a look at the Sheep Herders battering people. 4 was brief highlights of Battle of the Belts with the Fabs beating the Sheep Herders. And then there was a promo with the Sheep Herders and 2 fake belts saying they were the champions, but they weren't. It was just fucking stickers on it saying jump 1 and jump 2. 5 was highlights of the Sheep Herders again against the Fabs. And the Sheep Herders are proper fucking battering the Fabs in this one. Very good match, though. Not on for very long. So it was all, this whole episode was pretty much Sheep Herders and Fabs, other than the Valentine bit. Savage proper puts over the Sheep Herders at the end of the show, saying how they transformed WoW from being fucking hardcore into the almost comedy act of the Bushwhackers. But yeah, mostly highlights and that little bit of Greg Valentine. That was the episode. 6 was, this is the finish of the episode now, was Dusty against Harley Race for the World Championship, 1977 apparently, lumberjack match, and this was right good, proper well put together. Race dumping Dusty out, Dusty dumping Race out, fucking loads of fire from Dusty. Out the ring, and fucking Wahoo and Rocky King fucking end up battering Dusty, obviously, because they always get, the baby faces always get battered in these G's, don't they? He Ric Flair's off Harley Race, off the top rope. Race misses the headbutt. He's got the feet on the ropes. Dusty's bleeding. Race is bleeding. There's a dude called Ali Bay who's a lumberjack. I've never seen Ali Bay before, but he gets injured as part of the fucking lumberjack thing. Like Dusty lands on him, and then there's a big fracas of him Ali Bay getting taken out. It's a 90-minute time limit on this fucker, so everything's happening. It must have been a long one. The ref gets bumped. They're both outside. Race gets backdropped and pole driven on the floor. Then there's Eric the Red in the ring, fucking battering Dusty. Sonny King's in the ring, and it's fucking Dusty with a bone. Race is now fucking out. Now it looks like Race is over. Turns out he's not, because there was a foot on the ropes. Dusty's promo, I'm not happy. What the fuck's going on? And had my foot on the ropes. Sonny King, there was a Sonny King feud, was there as well, fucking arguing back. There's all sorts of shit going on. It's proper like Dusty booking. He must have been fucking, this got to be where he learned how to book from, because it was all going on. But yeah, it was fucking, it was so over. I got well confused, to be honest, but it was fucking over as fuck, which is what all that matters, isn't it? And at the end, Savage and Graham proper put over the Bayfront Centre where this match was from. Like, apparently everything that happened in Florida, all the feuds ended kind of thing at the Bayfront Centre. Yeah. it was nice to see. And those clips are just enough for me because I don't want to sit through fucking 45-minute matches. So if you can just give me the highlights, that'd be sound. You know, that was my first episode. What you got?
This next episode was fucking brilliant. And there's actually only 2 matches on it. And it's hosted by Savage and Mike Graham again, but this time they've got fucking Brian Adams with them, which was pretty cool to like have him like out of character, just talking as a fuck. He seemed like a really cool guy, to be fair. Just you know, not like you'd expect him to, just like laid back type of, you know, chilled out kind of person. But yeah, the first match is Kareem Muhammad and Kendo Nagasaki, but not our Kendo Nagasaki, the other Kendo Nagasaki, versus Rick Allen and Black Magic, which was you know,
Norman.
That's the fucker, yeah. So what have I got here? Kendo and Allen start. Quick tags on Allen. And then there's quick tags on Magic. The finish I've put was a great finish. I don't remember too much about the match itself, but it wasn't a very long one. It was basically one-sided. Muhammad, let me see if I can remember what happened. I wrote it down here. Oh yeah, there's a bit of a schmoz going on in the corner with Muhammad and Allen in one corner. As Magic, because Muhammad is basically, so Muhammad's the legal guy, and I'm guessing Allen is the illegal guy outside the ring, but they're in the corner, you know, with like the rope separating them situation, a bit of a foo-far going on. But while the referee is in the corner, like, what the fuck's going on over here? Like, fucking Kendo fucking gets in the ring where Magic is like getting all groggy and up and about, and then pow, super kick, fucking floors him just like that behind the ref's back. Fucking Muhammad leaves Allen alone, goes and pins him 1, 2, 3. Boom. So it was actually a super kick by Kendo, who was the illegal guy. Muhammad. Fucking yeah, great finish. I thought that was. Yeah, it was really good. And then they after the match they played a music video by the Fabs, which was like, you know, pretty like cheesy, but I thought it was a catchy little number, to be fair. So I was there just, you know, enjoying it. It was quite a fucking long music video, to be fair though. But yeah, there was a music video. And then match 2, this was fucking brilliant. Like, this fucking match was so good. Like, fucking, you need to see it. Like, fucking, it was Wahoo McDaniel against Harley Race. It was fucking, it was special.
That's going to be fucking brutal. That there's going to be some fucking potatoes thrown in this bad boy.
Fuck me, it was like, I thought it would be good, but I didn't think it would be this good. I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I did. Like, I put, the first thing I put was Harley Race was a fucking hell of a bumper, weren't he? For someone a big dude, he was pretty fucking big, and he could bump like a motherfucker. He takes the flare bump from the top. Yeah, so there's a fucking brilliant spot in it. This made me laugh. It was such a good spot, and it wasn't like, I guess it wasn't designed to be funny, but you just fucking laugh when you watch it because it was funny, but it was good. It's like, so basically, fucking Harley Race picks up Wahoo and fucking slams him, but as he slams him, he fucking bumps into the ref. So the ref's down just momentarily. At the same time as fucking let me think, slams, yeah, bumps ref gets up, and then oh yeah, and then not long after, when the ref's getting up from being knocked down, fucking Wahoo's back in control. And like, literally just as the ref's getting up, fucking Wahoo goes to chop Harley, but he ducks, fucking splats the ref. Fucking, as the fucking perfect timing, as the ref's getting up from being bumped, because he didn't get knocked out, he was just bumped, so he's just a bit groggy. Gets up, fucking getting his fucking bearings, and then fucking Wahoo, pow, fucking Harley ducks, splats the fucking ref. Out the ring he goes, literally through the ropes. You don't just bump, he goes fucking out the ring. So that's fucking good night for that ref. He's fucking done and dusted. So and then Harley, nails Nails the ref. Then there's a spot here where fucking some chops from Wahoo. Fucking Harley goes over the top rope. He could go over the top rope fucking beautifully, couldn't he? And then what we got here? Yeah, the ref's gone, so we got a new ref in. Then there's a point where now fucking Wahoo's in control, fucking beating down on Harley. I think he just hits him with a slam or something, but Harley's fucked now. So he goes for a pin, and this is a fucking great spot as well. I was talking to that fucking dude, the Belgian Bull, when I was doing slam about this spot, and he says he used to do it, but he said he was never aware that anybody had ever done it. And I was like, fucking hell, yeah, they've done it like all these years ago. And he's like, all right, I didn't like honestly realize. So basically, what it is Wahoo's down. No, sorry, Harley's down on the ground. Wahoo's going for the pin. Now Harley's fucked. So the referee counts like 1, 2, and instead of like kicking out like fucking Harley would, he just literally puts his hand up like that to stop the ref counting for 3. You know what I mean? So
like stops the ref's hand.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like, yeah, so it's like 1, 2, and he ain't got the energy to like literally kick out. So he just fucking raises his hand like that, and the ref's hand, and he's like fucking just grabs his hand like that to like stop it making the 3 count, which was I thought was fucking brilliant, like absolutely great. What else we got here? There's a oh yeah, hits him fucking Harley. Yeah, Harley stops him with his hand. Then he pulls the ref into Wahoo. Fucking pulls the ref into. There's a roll up now, but yeah, the roll up by Harley, like a waistlock roll up. Wahoo kicks him off, like kicks out, and then like he goes over the top rope. So I'm not really too sure the outcome, because at the end of the match, they're like all out the ring, like both wrestlers, the referee, and everyone, and it kind of goes off there. But like the match is pretty old, like well, very old, and there's no commentary on it, so they're playing like it's got like background music during the match, so there's no commentators to kind of fill you in on what's going on in the situations. Right. So I don't really know the outcome of the match. But I'm guessing it's maybe even a timeout. I don't know, or a fucking DQ for like over the
top rope thing, or
maybe that's what it. I think that's probably what it was. But fucking phenomenal match, absolutely brilliant.
Oh.
The whole
What episode was this again?
That was number 16.
Right, 16. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll check that out. It looks ace. Sounds real good.
And then and then after that, it finished on a Kevin Sullivan promo at the end of the show, but that was it, basically the end of the episode. But yeah, that match was brilliant. I'll watch it again, to be honest. I will. So good.
My last one was 10, and it starts with Wyndham and Ron Bass in a Falls Count Anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Which, there's not a lot to it because it's only a short kind of package thing again, because it's got promos and stuff with Oliver Humperdinck, who managed Ron Bass, and Hacksaw. So I've only seen before doing the JLB on WCW TV. They're doing promos on Lex Luger, Barry Windham, and Kendall Windham, talking about the match at the Bayfront Centre that everything seems to happen at. This match itself, it's primarily outside the ring. Very sort of, it reminded me of what ECW became. You know, they're fucking eating each other off the walls and fucking, but vastly different at the same time, because they're doing it because they're in the middle of a feud, not doing it because it's Tuesday and it's the first match. You know, like it just this would have made sense. I've written it. It's a great use of what's around you. You know, like it fucks me off in these fucking hardcore bullshit things that they do when they pull up the fucking apron and there just happens to be a load of shit under there. When there's a million things that you could, they were using the fucking camera wire and the chairs and the barriers and things. Use what's there rather than fucking discovering shit that just happen to have around.
That's what I liked about the fucking Brett and Austin I Quit match, because they would use the fucking cable outside the ring, or the fucking go for the ring bell that's there. They're not going under the stairs, under the fucking ring, picking out kendo sticks or fucking.
It just makes it look fucking moody, doesn't it? Because someone's clearly put that shit there.
Or a fucking ladder. what the fuck's a ladder gonna be under the bastard ring for? Like, you know what I mean?
How high is your fucking ring? What do you need a ladder for? Don't get it.
Yeah.
In the end, there's a big fucking schmores with Kendall Windham and Lex Luger, who are the other two baby faces out of this whole equation. Like they come out to help Barry because the Hacksaw Higgins and Humperdinck are in the lobby battering Windham. So yeah, there's a big fucking G after. At a guess, it would have led to a 6-man tag at the Bayfront Centre because everything happens there. 2 was Kendall Windham, Barry's little brother, against Chris Champion, who was Yoshi Kwan, the WCW Chinese dude, that was managed by Harley Race. This was like from a TV studio, like 1987. He's quite the wrestler, Kendall Windham. I mean, he did stuff in WCW, but I don't think he got the same kind of breaks as Barry did because he was a hell of a lot smaller.
Mm.
Bill Alfonso was the referee. That Chris Champion's fucking good as well, you know, like proper good leap.
Yeah.
Like, like leapfrog and fucking jumping up the rope and shit, like cat-like quick. Proper good match this, proper fast, like move, very skillful and smooth. Like pound shot Brad Armstrong kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Kendall Windham had a fucking right good elbow drop, like right high as well. The finish, the Cuban Assassin came in.
Right.
Dave Sierra, Cuban Assassin, not the big bearded Cuban Assassin.
Mm-hmm.
Then fucking Ron Bass comes out and passes Champion something. Now Lex Luger comes in, and then there's another fucking big G. And the finish, the match just gets thrown out because it's all out of hand. But they're proper pushing this Ron Bass, Lex Luger kind of Windham family setup here. Then there's a Bass promo, and Bass is talking about the Falcon, who I don't know who it is, but it's a masked man, well put together masked man, and then they show clips of him and Johnny Be Good, which the Falcon wins. But the Falcon, he's the newest member of this Ron Bass, Oliver Humperdinck group, but I couldn't quite, when you recognise the body and you think, that might be that person. But I was going to Google it, but I didn't. I should have, but I will. They're just talking about the Falcon coming in as the new member of the group. Then there's Kendo Nagasaki again, not our masked man, the Japanese one, versus Kendall Windham. In comes Sean Royal in this, like right early, who was the tag partner of Chris Champion. And then the Falcon turns on Ron Bass. So now the Falcon's a babyface. Now fucking Barry Windham's in as well. Fucking Barry and the Falcon shake hands. There's a new member of the babyface team. It's all going on in the fucking Barry Windham family. And the finale of the show was... I'm just checking that was the last one. Thunderbolt Patterson versus Dusty Rhodes. A heel Dusty Rhodes versus Thunderbolt Patterson. Patterson and Dusty are very similar people when you think about their movements and their styles and stuff. So it is quite literally getting the very best out of doing nothing, and they're fucking master craftsmen of that, aren't they? Let's be fair. Thunderbolt goes after this masked man that Dusty just happened to have with him. Didn't get a name of this masked man. And then they double team Bolt a bit. Fucking Thunderbolt fires up, and by fires up, I just mean wiggles his bum a bit and puts his hand in the air, but fuck me, it's over. Then Jimmy Garvin comes in and takes the mask off the masked man, who happens to be Don Carson. Don't quite know who Don Carson is, but it gets a fucking reaction, so they must have known who he is. Who is apparently Dusty Rhodes' insurance policy. So the Southern Championship, proper good heat all the way through it. The finish, Thunderbolt with a big fucking headbutt, and that's it. But it's fucking, it's very simple, but like right over, proper believable, even though there's nothing in it, and they're still dancing and jiving, but still really believable.
Mm.
The only problem I found with Florida is the old footage is really fucking grainy and dark. You know, the newer stuff like mid
Yeah,
80s from the TV studio is really good, but the older stuff like that, like great match, but quite dark to see because it's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know, but fucking Florida's banging any year. You'll want to watch
yeah,
Florida's cracking.
definitely.
Like there's some stuff on there. Championship Wrestling from Florida, it said finished in 87, but in 88, 89, there was Florida Championship Wrestling that Kernan and Mike Graham ran, and then they brought Dusty in like '89 just before he went to Vince, and that's really good. PWF,
Mm.
it changed its name to I think, but that's fucking belting again. TV studio like before they were famous, fucking belting. Florida, love it.
Yeah,
We're doing Coco next. Coco Beware, looking forward to that. Really like Coco.
yeah,
I've
me
not
too.
watched. So yeah, that's good. And then you're picking the tag team for Friday.
Yeah. I really struggled with the tag team because there's so fucking many in there. We always say we can pick it. I'm going to go with someone who's probably not as rare as some of my other picks or as surprising as some of my other picks, but I'm going to go with the Natural Disasters on this one
It's a good one.
because, you know, I just like the fucking. There's not much, nothing special about them. They're just fucking two big dudes, nothing flashy, but they're fucking, just two monsters, aren't they? And I thought, I'll go for two big guys and,
I
so
don't think we've done anybody that's that big either. So it's a different style as well, isn't it?
yeah, that's what I wanted.
You know,
'Cause,
most of the team have been quite. While other than the Bolsheviks, maybe they were probably the most,
yeah,
the biggest team we've done. But as far as teams have gone, they've always been those rocker type smooth teams.
yeah. So this will be a bit different, a bit more of a slower type
Yeah,
pace, and just, and I'm a fan of
wicked.
both of them, right? So, it'll be
Yeah.
good.
So Coco Wednesday and Natural Disasters Friday. This has been Florida. Check it out, classic wrestling from Florida. It's fucking belting. 22 minutes a piece, so you can do it whilst you're having a shit. You can watch an episode of that.
Yeah.
Winner. See everyone then.